Hi, this is Barry J. McDonald, and I'd like to welcome you to today's blog post over at rightcome.com. And today we're going to have a look at the topic of what would Simon Cowell teach you about your self-publishing business. And basically, today's blog post is just basically being honest with yourself, where you are in your publishing, and, to look at things in fresh eyes. Whether you like Simon Cowell or not, like, one thing he is highly noted for his blunt honesty. You see in the American Idol auditions, you see a lot of deluded people coming in thinking that they're going to be the next big thing, going to sell at stadiums, and yet they haven't got a note on their head. So from that kind of thought pattern, that's how this blog post came about. So the first one is actually just be honest with yourself. How are you spending your time? If you claim that you're a writer and yet you're spending all day on Pinterest or Instagram, and you're using the hashtag I'm writing when you're not actually writing, are you deluding yourself? Writers write at the end of the day. You're paid for the words that you put down on the page. And if you're not putting words on a page, well, then you're not writing. That's just the fact about it. Painters are paid for painting, so writers are paid for their writing. And if you're not writing, well, then you're not a writer. So be honest with yourself. Be honest about how you're actually doing things, how you're spending your time. Is that 2 hours watching that TV program really a good use of your time? Is that learning that software that's going to take you maybe 2 or 3 days to learn? Is it really a better use of your time? Maybe where you should be just outsourcing that work. Are you kidding yourself with your book covers, your book descriptions, the different places that you're doing book promotions and things like that? Is that the best use of your time? So be honest with yourself. Look at it with fresh eyes and see, maybe there's certain things maybe you should be dropping, and focusing maybe on your next book instead of kind of getting distracted with all those different things. And then have you got what it takes? Again, like those deluded singers coming in thinking they can sell at stadiums. Have you got what it takes to be a writer? To be honest now, not everybody is going to make it as a writer because it takes a lot to learn the craft. You're going to have to learn a lot of new skills that maybe you haven't got. So are you willing to put in that time? I'm not stomping anybody's dream. Who knows? You could be the next best writer that, has ever kind of put words on a page. But if you're not prepared to put in the work, like with those singers that haven't got a note in the head, possibly if they did do a lot of work and did a lot of kind of singing lessons and come back to the show, they'd be a completely different person. So how is it with your kind of writing skills? They may be poor at the moment, but if you're not going to spend time improving them and learn the craft, how can you ever expect to get better, to be a better writer? So have you got what it takes to sit down and, to focus on that thing and learn all those different skills that you're going to need? Because if you haven't got what it takes, well, then maybe it's better off you choose some other occupation or, maybe just use writing as a hobby. And then you're building up your self-belief. That's one thing about Simon Cowell. He has great belief in himself, and whether you like that or not, or whether you think he's full of himself, as a writer, you're going to have to build up your self-belief. Maybe you mightn't have people supporting you. You might have people maybe just wondering why you're going to wait for a couple of hours and typing on the keyboard and having nothing to show for it. And you're going to be faced with all reviews, people slating your work, poor book sales and things like that, and you're going to question your self-belief. So it's going to be a long path, and if you're not willing to keep going and to keep improving, maybe you should be as well just kind of choosing maybe a different kind of writing. Maybe if the fiction writing or whatever doesn't suit you, maybe it's time, maybe you should choose maybe some other kind of writing. So it's important to build up your self-confidence too and your belief in yourself, but not in a deluded way, like those people that are selling stadiums. Just believe, be honest with yourself that maybe you haven't got the talent, but you can actually get worse if you keep practicing and trying. Eventually you're going to improve and you're going to get better and better and better. But it's this self-belief in the beginning that's going to keep you going, believing in yourself. And if you haven't got the ability to build that self-belief in yourself, you're totally wasting your time. So there you have it. So that's how Simon Cowell would probably look at you and your self-publishing business. And even though he doesn't know anything about self-publishing, maybe it might help you today, maybe just to look at your businesses in fresh eyes. How would he look at your business? What blunt home truths would he say about you that maybe he's right, maybe you should be doing that? What's the things maybe you're wasting your time that you could be dropping on when you and focusing your time somewhere else? So I hope you enjoyed this blog post, and I highly recommend you come on over to rightcome.com. Even if you don't feel you have it as a writer, we've got a great report that shows you 10 ways to make money from writing, and even one of those ways is actually how to make money without actually writing a word at all. So if you feel that you're not up to it, or you'd like to find out more ways that you can make money with your writing, come over to writecom.com and download our free report. And I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.